Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my first look series on Farlight Explorers. That's right, folks, it's been a while, but the developer has contacted me again with the Steam Early Access build, ironically enough. It is now available for all of you if you want to get behind this game, pick it up, and see what's up. So I'm going to hop into a new game. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what's changed in the beginning, and we'll continue the series a little bit further than we did last time. And hopefully I suck slightly less than I previously did. So, that being said, we're going to go to a new game. Yes, we are. Alright, here we are. This is the tutorial. There's a lot to read here. You can read through, but it basically tells you how to do almost everything. So, if you guys wanted to, you could actually go through and read that. I have a fairly okay understanding of what's going on, but there's still, of course, going to be things that I'm going to need to know. Alright, so here are all the planets that we can go to. Now, if we do end up dying at any given point, we can go back to the planet and continue building where we were at when we respawn. We just have to know which planet we're going to. So I'm going to check out Andromeda. I don't know. Actually, I don't like that. Well, let's try, is it Bootis? That might be an S. Yeah, let's go to Bootis here. Let's go to Bootis. I don't know. Let's go to Bootis 5. Where's 5? Where's 5? I like 5s. Where's 5? I don't see a 5. There's 5. We'll go to Bootis 5. Our Bootis 5, it's a desert planet. There is no radiation. There is no oxygen, and the level of water is low. The temperature is high. We get iron, copper, and coal, and there are no landing requirements. So we're going to go there. We're going to land. And this is what he has added to the start of the game. So before, you would just pretty much start off and do whatever you wanted to do. So here is kind of the story behind what's up. Your escape pod has landed in this planet. Now, the first goal is to survive, find the escape pod, and take some resources. Later, you have to gather minerals with the laser drill, build some solar generators, wires, furnaces. So with the ingots you could build a water pump. Now keep in mind, folks, there's still going to be some tweaking. This is definitely not the final product. This is Steam Early Access at its best. But he's made it. He made it through Greenlight. I think he did like an Indiegogo campaign or something like that. And now he's actually in Steam Early Access. So some of the text will probably end up changing over time. But still, he's done quite a bit of stuff. And he kind of did something that I had problems when I first started this game last time I played, and he's done something to alleviate that, so we'll see what that's all about in just a moment. With the electricity and water, you could get food from the food generator and oxygen from the oxygen generator. Once you can survive, you have to focus to create a base that gather more resources and transforms it to products, because your next goal is to build a spaceship to go to other planets and find unique resources. Meanwhile, you should investigate and create all the necessary products to build the Singularity Gate near the supermassive black hole that you can find in the core of the galaxy. This is the only way to accomplish the mission and return home as a hero and very rich. However, that's not available just yet. Search and select the escape pod with your mouse and press F in order to get some survival resources from it. It is possible that you can also find some containers in the ground of the planet with some resources. Alright, so there you go, folks. There you go. Alright, some people were... Oh, he's changed it again. This guy is so cool. I love it. Alright, so one of my big things was I couldn't jump, and he liked to use spacebar. I see this is one of the things that I really, I love it right now. This is even different than the last time I played. So, he changed it to where before you'd hit spacebar and it would basically unlock your mouse. And now it's your right click on your mouse button, and when you hit spacebar, you jump. Oh, I am so super stoked. This is so cool. Alright, if you scroll out your mouse, some people had mentioned, and unfortunately it's not working for me right now, and I apologize for this. I can't figure it out. Maybe now? No? Well, you used to be able to scroll out on your mouse and actually see your character. Fortunately, that is not coming through right now. I don't know why, but it's okay. Alright, so we basically start off. Here's the escape pod. The laser drill is there. There's some food and some oxygen for you, so you don't start off with like a desperate need not to die a horrible death, which is really good. That was the problem before. It was you were scattering around, scrambling, doing as best you could, and you would end up running out of oxygen, food, and everything else. So that was a real problem. Wow, the control changes are going to really throw me off here. Sorry about the cut there, folks. I felt the sound effects, or the music was a little too loud. Alright, so what do? We whip out our laser thing, and we zap the rocks. So he grouped up the minerals, so it's just a big blob as opposed to the individual little rocks. And I believe if you click on it, it will tell you how many resources are left. So 1,482. So there's a lot there that you can get, and you just pick up the stuff by walking over it, which is fine. And oh, I love the jump button. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Mr. Developer. You are my hero. That was the only thing I really was like, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I want to be able to jump with spacebar. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. You get used to something working one specific way, and you want everything to work that way. And it was that. That was basically it. That was why I was the way I was. Alright, so we're going to gather some of this up. We don't need as much copper right now. We really need to focus on finding... Actually, this isn't even copper. This is coal. We don't need coal at all for right now. We need to find a little bit of copper, which I believe is what this is, but we need to find iron. That is our biggest concern right now. And I believe this is still copper. Nope, that's iron. Okay, well... Shows you what I know, folks. Shows you what I know. Alright, so we'll sit here and we'll mine this. Unfortunately, I did not unplug my controller. And that might be why we're drifting slightly. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, so you're going to hear a weird sound, guys. I apologize for it. There we go. Actually, there's this sound. I knew there was going to be a sound coming. I know, super professional, right, folks? Super professional. I do apologize for that. But it was drifting my... I guess apparently it wasn't 100% zero-centered, so it was drifting my aim off just slightly. And it's something that was always annoying me, and I figured out what it was the last time I played the game before... oh, it's still doing it. Well, now it's not doing it anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It does that every once in a while. Like, you're aiming at one thing, and it just starts drifting, and you're like, wait a minute. What's going on? There are other various things, folks. They mentioned that there might be other supply crates and stuff. If you look around, you'll see them. Like over here, these things should all actually have some sort of resource in it. Not a tremendously huge amount, but some. So we're going to go take a look. There you go. So you can see there's other stuff. I don't really want to pick any of that up right now. You do have a limited amount of space, so do keep that in mind. He's added tooltip stuff as well. Ooh, ore extraction thingy? That sounded pretty cool. So if you hover over things, the tooltips will pop up telling you what they are, like an elevator there. We have inclined walls, all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He has done a lot of work, and I am very, very happy to showcase this once again on my channel. So let's see what this thing is. It's a lab computer and then some sort of weird pod type wall thing. Alright, so we've got a little bit of iron. Let's take a look in our inventory. I'm going to hit I to bring that up. We have some iron here. Some iron ore. So what I think we should do is find a relatively flat place. Or fat place, either way. I want to get near our, there we go, our drop pod. That's kind of where I want to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit I. We're going to go down here to this little crafting thing. And we're going to bring up foundations. And I don't think there's really any major differences. They just look slightly different. We'll go with foundation 3. Why not? I'm just going to build a bunch of these. Just like completely knock out our entire iron supply. And try to get going on that. In addition, I would very, very much like to find more iron. That's coal again. I want to kind of build near an iron mine. You'll see rocks randomly falling down. Usually you get like 2 iron from them. Ah, that's copper. Okay. Is this the iron mine right here? Yeah, it is. Alright. So I want to just be near this because the day-night cycle is still a bit extreme. It's a little harsh. I think it could be maybe a little bit more light, maybe illuminated by stars a little bit, but there's like literally no illumination, and that's one thing that I'm still gonna say probably needs to change. He also changed it to where you can place stuff manually while like in first person mode without the mouse cursor, because he designed it to be placed with the mouse cursor. So that's good. He kind of forces you into doing it the way he implied or wanted it to work. So that's actually not a bad thing. You know, I was having struggles trying to do it my own way, and I was never supposed to do it that way. And, well, he has fixed that problem, and I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, we'll keep placing these. Unfortunately, we're going to need a lot more iron before we're done. But for right now, we're okay-ish. Let's get a little bit more iron here. And then we'll see if we can't build ourselves the first solar generator, maybe some batteries. and then we'll see where that puts us. Then we gotta start building up some water generators and everything else. You'll see at the bottom left our shield is there. I'm not sure what that's all about yet. I don't know. I've never run into anything that started really wearing on my shield, so that's something down the road. And of course we have our oxygen, which is slowly ticking away, and in addition our food and our health. Once our oxygen's gone, we'll start losing health, or once our food is gone, same exact principle. But he's added it to where we actually have like O2 cartridges now that we can keep ourselves from dying early game, which is really good. And that was something that I said it would be really cool if there was a way of doing this. And I think his original idea was to make areas that were like a little more rich in resources, or maybe like, I don't know, he said something like making it easier places to land, and I said, well, that would work, and it's not a bad idea, but what if like maybe you had like some cargo crates or something that you started with, or your inventory was this full or something, you know, of like food and oxygen containers. He's like, he'll check into it. So I guess he kind of went with an idea of a variation of the idea I had. And in fact, I like what he did better. The fact that there's the crashed landing pod and everything else, and you get the stuff out of that. So kudos to him for improving upon my very limited idea. I guess that means our oxygen's getting low? I don't know. I've never heard that sound before. Yeah, it seems like that is indeed what it is. Alright, so you select what you want, and then you hit the G key to actually use stuff inside. And now we're going to go here, and we're going to try to build up a little bit more foundation. And then we'll continue to mine probably through the night. So I realize this isn't going to be the most exciting of episodes, folks. And I'm not really going to apologize for that. It's one of those things. Stuff has to get handled, and, well, I'm going to do my best to handle it. So, get handled, I guess. Guess I can't place anything there. So that's kind of the end of this area. Okay, what can we place here? Okay, we can go in this general region. So basically, to build stuff, you need to have your foundation down, and then you can build stuff on top of the foundation. I think I'm going to put these solar batteries over on this side. So that's what's going to go right here at this end. And then we'll try to maybe build along this side as well. The foundations, at least, to make it a little bit bigger. I imagine there's some way to get some sort of illumination at night, but right now, I mean, we have a flashlight, but it's really limited. Like, severely limited, and it sucks, the fact that it's so limited. Alright, we need iron and copper ore. We don't have enough iron ore. We have enough copper ore, but let's see, basic battery. I could build that in here. There you go, the night cycle just came through. We had to use our ingots, our iron ingots, and ta-da! Nighttime is not a fun time, folks. It is not a fun time. But we were facing the right direction, so we can come over here. You can turn on your jetpack. You can fly around. I don't know if it wastes any more energy or oxygen or anything of that nature, but it might. It might. So you can definitely fly around if you were feeling froggy and you wanted to take a jump and you wanted to jump up there and be like, I'm up in the stratosphere, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily the greatest of ideas. There was a way before where you could scroll your mouse out and you can actually see your character run around in those little space undies. And in fact, even the last time I played this, before I covered it, which was I think 2 or 3 days ago, before I started this, I like the sky effects. They actually look a lot better. Still doesn't quite illuminate anything, but they're a lot more impressive than they were before. I'm very happy with the developer. He's done a lot of work on this game, guys, and I think there's going to be a lot more coming. He's a single, I don't know if he's single, maybe he's married, I don't know. But it's a single guy doing the development, folks, and he is, he's working hard. He's been trying to create a game that the community can get behind. And yeah, he's done a lot. Since I first played his game, he has done a significantly large amount of advancement and things. It's quite nice, it's quite nice. Like, the graphics have been upgraded, the sound effects are upgraded, the laser sound is not as obnoxious as it once was. There's not that horrible wind tunnel sound. I mean, he's done a lot of work, folks. And I know I sound like I'm praising him way overboard, but, you know, I can always appreciate somebody with, like, a dream or a project that they want to do, and despite not having a full team to do it, he went through and he did his best, and it's actually quite enjoyable. And the fact that he continues to try to do it better and better and better. Very proud of him, very proud of the guy. And I don't know, hopefully you guys find some fun in this. I know the first few little dealies aren't going to be the most exciting here, like this first little episode here, but I wanted to showcase what he did to make the start of the game a bit more easy, a bit more functional and accessible to people. I might still end up dying of hunger or thirst or whatever the case is. I might die of no oxygen. There's still a lot of possibilities here where I can mess up and fail, but I think it gives me just enough time to get up the oxygen and everything I need to be kind of, you know, stuck at my base, but be able to actually start building stuff up a little bit more. So my plan for this series is the next one I'm going to try to have all the basics done in the series. So I'm going to have the oxygen up, I'm going to have the food generator, and I'm going to have the water pump and the solar panels and electricities and batteries and all that stuff running, so I can at least be self-sufficient, and then I'll probably start from there, because that's roughly where you guys saw me get to in my last episode that I did before this one. So it's almost like restarting from scratch. I mean, it's very, very similar to that. In fact, it actually is that, but there's more that we have available to us at this point, and that is really, really good. Alright, we'll build up. I thought I could build more. What else do I... Oh, I need copper ore as well. So let's go snag ourselves some copper ore here. And once we have all that, we need copper ore for the wires. I didn't realize we were actually that close to the day cycle. I was going to keep going a little bit more on iron and then, yeah, and get some copper. But that should be enough to get us a few more of our stuff, and we should be able to get, like, maybe, I want to say, like 4, maybe 5 solar generators, and then we have the 4 batteries. Probably don't need to place all 5 of the generators, but we'll try it. I think the generators actually move now too with the sunlight, which is a pretty cool feature. I actually enjoyed seeing that happen. So let's see if we can't place these in good spots here. Alright, let's see. There we go. Okay, gonna go one there. We'll do one here. We'll do one there. Yeah, we'll just go across the board with all 5. Why not? Why not? We'll stack up the power a little bit quicker. Alright, so what do we need from that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we need to come over here to our build menu. We need to build some wire. We need to build quite a bit of wire, in fact, like a whole bunch, and we don't have enough for it. I'm going to put the batteries down now, though. Alright, let's see here. It's that way. Forgive me while I... There we go. Forgive me while I figure out exactly how this is going to run. So the batteries can't stack quite as close as they were able to before, but that's okay. I don't hate it. There we go. And what we basically need to do is run the wires between all of these points here, and then back to the batteries. And then from these points and the batteries, we can run them out to other things. So I probably should have put the solar generators behind the batteries, and the batteries... Yeah, hindsight being what it is. It is what it is, folks. My bases are almost never super duper functional, but hey, it is what it is. We do what we can because we must, or we do what we must because we can. Whatever the phrasing and saying is, we worship GLaDOS and all that she is. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Shout out to Valve and Portal 2. Totally random shout out. Just felt like doing it. I don't know. It's fine. Alright. I like the music. It's... Well, I don't think we had music before. All we had was a wind sound in the background. Now, the music is really, really loud, and I have it down almost all the way, and I still had to turn the game down significantly in Windows. So maybe a master volume control would be something he could look into adding. I don't know if that's easy to do or not. I'm not a programmer. I don't know these things at all, so I could be like, oh yeah, that should be easy, and then he's like, it's like the most complicated thing ever, man. What are you trying to make me do? But no, the game's coming along quite nicely. I mean, like I said, I'm very impressed. You have to realize, when I played it last time, I was really, really awful at the game, and I'm still not great at the game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm super good now. I am not super good at all, but I am far better than I was before, and the game is far easier to understand, comprehend, and just handle in general, so pretty stoked about that. We need to deal with the beeping stuff, so I'm gonna gobble up some food. I really should stop, because we get 20 per. I'm gonna wait until we get one more oxygen drop there. There we go, there we go. Now we're being fully efficient with our stuff. Alright, so we need to start adding wires to things. You'll see me randomly jumping all the time now, guys, because that's what I got used to. That's what I got used to, so you're gonna see me doing it a lot, just so you guys know. Alright, let me see here. I apologize, I'm going to have to... there we go. It's gonna be fine for all of you who are just starting, but for me it's like, it's so backwards. It's not really backwards, it's just, you know, again, it's what you get used to, right? Yeah, we'll go with that again. I'm okay with that. There we go. We'll pop that out, and boom, I like that. And then we will connect these two, and there it is. So our first thing is connected. And then we'll just connect these up right along the back side. Straight in, straight out. Real easy. Just kind of streamline the whole process. There we go. And then we just have to connect the batteries along the back side of this. So I will go do that now. We will position ourselves over here. I realize I could use the flying tool a bit more often, and I apologize for anyone who's like, why don't you ever fly? It's because I'm probably pretty bad at flying. So I guess that would be probably the main reason. There we go. Connect that all up, and then we'll do the cross wires all the way through. Even the graphics on the wires has changed, and it looks really nice. I gotta say, I like a lot of the stuff that he's done. Ooh, we missed one. Shame on me. I am a horrible human person. There we go. Nope. What did I just do? I feel like something didn't exactly work the way it was supposed to there. Okay, well maybe it did. Alright, well then we'll do this. There we go. There we go. It's weird, it's like up a little bit higher than it should be. Alright, well, there we have it, and we should be able to go around to the back side of this and see our batteries filling up. Not super quickly, mind you, but they are filling up, I guess. Like, that one really bothers me. I don't know why. I don't know why it's there. Can we delete it? Oh, we can. Okay, so that looks better now. I like that. Cool, so we can delete stuff. We got this up pretty late, so it could be the day-night cycle is already having issues. I think they should all be connected at this point. I mean, I could be wrong. I think the lights here might even have some indication that they're connected as well. Now, these little blue lights you see along the way. I'm stuck on something. What was I stuck on? That might be an indicator that, yeah, everything is actually working as intended there for us. Like, we connected stuff properly. We weren't like total failures at life. Only like partial failures, and that's fine. Totally fine. Alright, so we'll land all these things up here, and I think we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We'll start figuring out the next stage soon. I'm probably going to break out the episode pretty soon, but I think we'll go through another night cycle. I'll just babble on about how great the developer is and how much I like the game. And you guys will be like, stop selling out, Bumpy. And I'll be like, well, guys, it's what I believe in. It's how I feel. Yeah, this game definitely has a lot of potential, and I mean, I've already seen, like I told you guys, I've seen a lot of change. I'm sure you guys have too if you checked out the earlier videos. So hopefully this excites you a little bit and you guys get a little bit more interested in the game. It is on Steam Early Access. I'm probably going to break it off during the nighttime, guys, just so you know. It is in Steam Early Access, so if you guys want to get behind it and support the developer as he continues to develop the game before the final release. We're on version 0.9 right now, so he's got some iterations he can throw out before the 1.0 full release, but I think he's well on his way. I like a lot of what he's done. A lot of the changes are really well thought out, really well planned. And yeah, he's done a lot of work. I still think there's some English things that he could probably tighten up, but again, that's not that important. You know, you get a rough idea of the storyline, and you understand that, yeah, you land here, oh, there we go. Now we're starting to see some stuff. Nice. You land here, you can get your resources out, you can run around and get other resources. You build up your base, you get your basics of water, oxygen, food, and power, and once all that is done, you should be self-sufficient and you can start building up other things. I want you guys to realize, I don't know if you have noticed, but these solar panels actually move with the sun. They rotate over and around. So when the sun rises on that side next time, it's going to be pointing the other way. So it's really cool. The big downside about this, and again, I'm looking at it now and I feel like I've made a pretty big mistake, but it shouldn't really matter too much, is I probably should have put the batteries inside of the like behind this, and then left the solar panels out, or even maybe raise the solar panels up a little higher. I don't know, but they need to stay outside. I'm not going to enclose them in a wall, so we're going to be building our base out this way. Either way, folks, I think that's going to do it for this particular episode of the first look of Farlight Explorers. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I will have all the information down below where you can finally pick up the game on Steam Early Access and information about the developer and, well, everything I can possibly find about it. And we will leave you with the majesty of the night sky, folks. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch you guys next time with more Farlight Explorers. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.